Grand Prix presented by Master Spas. We take you to the men's 200 back now, where Aaron Pearsall holds the records. And this is a showdown amongst big names again.
Sure is.
Ryan Lochte, Tyler Clary. Lochte third in the 200 back at the Olympic Games. Of course, Clary the winner there in London. Here's Lochte.
11 Olympic medals. He's got 17 World Championship medals. Certainly the matinee idol of USA swimming now, and still the best swimmer in the world. No doubt in my mind, the best all-around swimmer in the world today. Tyler Clary is one of those, Trey, that is just kind of nipping at his heels. He went by his heels last summer in the 200 backstroke, but will be nipping at him big time in the 400 IM, and I think the 200 IM, he'll be in the 200 IM later on this summer as well.
Here's our start list. The versatile Matt Grievers in lane 1. Pedro Oliveira from Portugal, lane 2. Then Lochte, Ryan Murphy. He was 4th in the 200 back at the Olympic trials 2012. You've got Clary, Christian Khan from Sweden, Daniil Buchan from Uzbekistan in lane 7, and Nikita Denisyako from Russia in lane 8. There's Murphy in lane 4.
You know, we've seen changing of the guards so much in the backstroke. You know, Lenny Kravelsberg, you might remember, and he had his Aaron Pearsall that came up, and then Aaron Pearsall had his Ryan Lochte, and now all of a sudden Ryan Lochte and Tyler Clary really have to keep an eye on Ryan Murphy because he is the future of backstroke. No doubt in my mind, this guy is going to be a huge factor in the years to come. He's already arrived, as you said, 4th at the trials last summer, and he was only 16 then, now 17, and just kind of growing into his body, kind of gaining that strength, heading to Cal next year. And boy, he is going to be one to watch. Right there in that orange cap in the middle of the pool is lane number 4 is Murphy. Lochte right above him in lane 3 with the green cap. Easy to kind of spot him in this race. You got a green cap and orange, and a Clary in that dark cap.
Lanes 3, 4, and 5. Lochte, Murphy, Clary.
Grievers, keep an eye on him. Sort of the dark horse in this event. You know, he's got the speed. He's way up top in that lane number 1, and he's doing it using that early speed all of a sudden right now. He's already been 157 flat in his career, so you know he's capable of doing a good one. And in fact, Trey, he comes in the 2nd ranked American this year. He's already been 158, only behind Clary. So you know he's capable of having a great 200 backstroke.
One of the longer frames you'll see in lane 1.
Yep, no doubt. And, you know, this is, again, sort of like what we saw in the men's 200 freestyle, where everybody kind of bunches up together, except for Grievers way up there. And that's not a bad strategy for Grievers because nobody can see him. Very hard to see anything right now, especially this 50 because of that sun in the back of them. Boy, that sun is so strong right now, although we've had amazing weather here in Mesa the last couple of days.
They come out of the water, and it continues to be Grievers up there at the very top of the screen in lane 1.
Boy, he is out there fast. And again, nobody can see him. Remember, Clary's coming off the 400 IM. We saw Ryan Lochte in an event earlier in the 200 freestyle. Excuse me, that's Ryan Murphy. Ryan Murphy's the only one that comes in sort of fresh for right now. But you can see Clary has to be able to underwater to see Matt Grievers, because if he doesn't, all of a sudden you see Clary starting to get into a stroke a little bit, you know that all of a sudden I think he saw Grievers and said, hey, I got to get moving here.
That 1 second lead has disappeared for Grievers, and Clary now taking the lead in lane 5. Tyler Clary. Grievers trying to stay with him up there in lane 1.
And here comes Lochte going by Grievers too.
Lochte in lane 3, but Clary in lane 5 holds off a strong effort from Matt Grievers.
Great double by Lochte. I mean, by Tyler Clary. 400 IM, 200 backstroke, his 2 best events, Trey, back-to-back like that, or close to being back-to-back. Wow. And what he did the last 15, he goes, whoo. Here's the 100 way up top. Matt Grievers using that early speed, and that's, like you said, Trey, that long frame to get that early lead. Clary, Lochte, Murphy all in the middle of the pool. And you could just see Clary just kind of inching up on him a little bit. And I think this is where he saw him. You can actually, because you go to your side a little bit, Trey, on your backstroke when you're coming off a turn. And I think he saw Grievers and did exactly what he needed to do to get home that last 50. Lochte had a great 50 last 52, but boy, what a great double for Tyler Clary in that 400 IM and 200 backstroke.
Tyler Clary with us now. You needed a strong finish, and you got it there, Tyler.
Yeah, I know Ryan's got some pretty good closing speed, so I knew that the key to that race was being ahead of him, and he's got a tremendous last 50, so I'm just happy I was able to do it in light of the 4 IM earlier.
At any point in the race, do you look at all, and could you see Mac coming home that last 50? I kind of said that maybe at that last turn you could see him and say, oh gosh, I got to get into gear.
I could see a little bit of splashing off to my right side, but as you know, in the backstroke, especially with it being as bright out as it is right now, it's really hard to see anything. So either way, I knew I had to power it home.
And that was the other question I was going to ask you. How did that sun affect you coming off those first and third turns?
Well, it sure isn't comfortable looking right into a nuclear reaction.
Great job, buddy. Good double tonight.
Thank you.
An impressive finish there for Tyler Clary. The sprints are coming up next. Highly decorated Natalie Coughlin in the women's 50 free.